Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today we are going to demonstrate how you can do sidechain inside Korg Gadget 3. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's create a new project like so. You have seen these in many other tutorials. And let's start bringing in just a synth, this polysynth, which is great Phoenix. Now, first of all, let's create some chords. Let's choose a nice pad. For example, this warm pad, which sounds like this. Perfect. And then we click outside and then we minimize the gadget panel. And now we create a chord. Why not? A C minor chord. So let's start. Click and drag to the end like so. Why not? We just put a G here. You know that you can grab the end of the note, click and drag, and then you can extend it like so. And perhaps we put another like so, another C at the bottom. Now let's create a second bar. Click on the plus sign there, click and hold on the first bar up here, and then click on the second one to choose both of them like so. And then you can extend further like so, so that we have a chord which lasts for 2 bars that sounds like this. Of course, I have loop on here, so it will continue to play. Now, if I want to sidechain, I need another source. And in this case, I'm going to click on the plus sign and load London Gadget drum machine. Now, let's go inside the clip and let's, like so, use 4 kick drums. Okay. Now we exit that track view, and if I click play, actually I forgot that I need a second bar here, so I select the second bar here and I enter the missing steps. Okay, perfect. Now let's bring up the mixer section here and let's mute the drum machine, and let's click play again. So you hear only Phoenix playing that C minor chord, but the drum machine is still actually running. So let's go inside track 1 in that clip. Let's bring up the panel for the Phoenix gadget and let's click here on effect. Now let's click on the first slot, and we have 5 slots and it says no effect, and we choose sidechain. Now you need to have a source as a track, so you click here and you can choose the tracks that are available. In this case, track number 2, where we have the drum machine. Now let's click play. And there you are, you have sidechain. Of course, when the kick drum plays, you have a reduction in the volume for Phoenix that is playing that C minor chord. That is why you hear that pumping effect. Now the reduction is based on this ratio, which you can increase and decrease. What is important is here you see the source level, the output level, and also the reduction level. So monitor what happens as I increase and decrease the ratio. So roughly at that level. Now let's reduce the ratio almost to a minimum and let's click play again. Now I have muted Phoenix. You can see the reduction is very minimal, but if I increase now the ratio, you can see that it's starting to actually increase. And you have a report here underneath the diode what is the ratio, okay, in numbers. Of course, the higher the ratio, of course, the more the reduction will happen, okay? can also adjust the gain, so you can increase the gain. Keep an eye, of course, on the overall volume, because that might pick. Next, you can also decide how long it takes to release after the source track, of course, has made the changes on this track, okay, from a sidechain perspective. You can hear that the release, as it is increased in terms of millisecond, makes the pumping effect a little bit more smoother towards the end on the release side of things. But it can get a little bit, mixed up as a sound. So just be careful. If you increase it too much, the pumping effect almost disappears. Like in this case, it doesn't sound great at all, right? So let's decrease the release. And then you have a threshold above which, of course, a sidechain will take effect. And also you can change the high cutoff here. You can change the high cut on the source track. So in order to do that, I'll explain that a little bit better. Why don't we add another gadget? Let's go to Billboard here. And let's open it up, and let's go to the gadget view. Let's choose something else. I'm purposely choosing for a sound which is high in pitch here, and also volume, and another one which is slightly lower in pitch and also volume. I go for 7 and 14, so I remove these. I take both, I select both bars here, so do something like this to... Of course, I could have created only one bar and then copied it, if that's what you preferred. Okay, that's the one. Okay. So, almost there. There you go. Now let's click play. Okay, that is what it sounds like. Now we mute Billboard. Okay, so you still hear that C minor chord. And you still have that pumping effect that is coming from or caused by the London gadget. So we go inside Phoenix here. We bring up the gadget panel. We go to effect on sidechain. Here we change the source. Instead of being the second one, we go for the third one. Okay. And now we can start to play also with the high cut and threshold. You can hear when the threshold is very high, you don't have that pumping effect. Sidechain is almost not existent. As I decrease slowly, of course, it will kick in because it will allow through what is coming from the source track. Okay, now let's cut high frequencies from the source and see what happens. level, you don't have that pumping effect on some of the samples coming from Bilbo, acting as that sidechain source on Phoenix. Again, I increase it slowly. See, it's starting here to kick in. Of course, that depends on the sample that is being played. Okay, so hopefully this explains how you can do sidechain inside Korg Gadget 3 using another gadget or multiple gadgets actually. So it depends really on what you're trying to do. I hope you enjoyed and found the tutorial useful. As always, see you next time. Bye.